It is a beautiful 65-degree day here in Iowa, and we figured we'd go just take a quick hour walk. This is a farm I've kind of been saving for a good day so she could walk with me. There's a couple great deer out here. There's definitely 2 bucks I want to get matched up, or at least try to find one antler. They showed up on camera, appeared to be shed about 2 weeks ago. So what's the prediction? How many sheds are we going to pick up?
I like the number 8. I think 8's a good number.
With any luck, we'll find 8. We're going to dive in and hopefully find some antlers before the squirrels get to them. What do you have to add, Lauren?
I think it'd be pretty cool to find a match set or something.
Walking down this edge here, I always like to walk these edges just because bucks are coming out to feed. They can rattle them loose, knocking through any brush to get to these field edges. But I think I've got the first antler. In fact, I know I've got the first antler, but it is really, really old, and I probably should have been picked up 3 years ago. Not a whole lot there. The squirrels have gotten to this one well before us. But we're on the board, first one of the day. We'll keep kind of walking around this field and hopefully spot one before we get down into the timber too deep.
Well, I think I might have just found the easiest one of the day. All the way out here in the cornfield.
That looks like a pretty good one.
It's a pretty hard one to miss, I should say.
Well, Lauren just picked up her first one. It's a buck that I don't really recognize right off the bat. We did have some deer in here that had some splits, but nothing quite like that. Lauren's on the board with 1. The total this afternoon is up to 2 right now, and we haven't made it quite to the timber yet. So we'll keep plugging our way, going around this big, massive bean field, and hopefully we can find some more. When we're shed hunting, I always want to make sure that I cover any of the grassy areas where it's going to be a weather barrier for these deer. They're not going to go bed out in these open fields. They're going to bed in these grassy areas up against logs and things like that. And also thick spots in the timber where there's a block or something to keep them out of the wind, especially late here in Iowa when there's nasty, nasty weather like minus 20 degrees. We had a little bit of that weather this year. I found a lot of antlers in the transition areas between, thick timber beds going out to ag. We've got a big destination bean field, and I was walking this grassy area, coming back through it, and like I said, I see one right here. It looks like a pretty good one. That one's been there a while. Should have picked it up a few years ago. But a nice antler, nice double brows. I think I know exactly which deer this is, and the squirrels really haven't chewed it up at all. So it's nice to find an old one. I'll go ahead and take the credit on that spot. Could just barely see those tines sticking up just like that. Sometimes it pays to know what you're looking for.
Chase just said it's a really good idea to check out that grass, especially between ag and timber, and I haven't been shed hunting for nearly as long as he has, so I'm trying to take a little bit more time and look extra hard, and I think I've spotted one, so let's go check it out.
It looks like another old one, Lauren. Oh yeah. Check that out. That's a nice deer. I know that deer too. That's for sure been laying there a year. Coming down this deer trail right here, and it looks like Lauren is on the board with another one. Oh, that's a heavy little buck. Fresh as all get out. He's got some squirrel damage there. Got a little bit of squirrel damage. Not a lot. You're on the board. 2 to my 1. Or no, 3 to my 1. No, I found the one we got out over in the grass. 3 to 2 is the score right now, folks.
Do you see anything?
I saw it way before you did.
Okay.
That looks like a really big one.
looks like that one that you passed on last year.
He'll be a giant next year. He's actually way bigger than I thought he was now that you're holding him, but gotta let big deer go if you want to shoot giant deer. It's a really nice buck.
Yeah.
I think I saw it before you did though.
Oh, really? Do you think it's matches somewhere near here?
Sure, it's not far. How heavy is that?
I don't know that I can give you a number, but probably heavier than all the other ones we've found so far today.
Well, I'm sure he knocked it off somewhere. We can kind of grid search it.
Okay.
That's one of the deer that I wanted to find, so. Let's see how long it takes her to find it here. She doesn't even notice I'm not moving with her.
Look at that.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
It's going to be a giant next year if he can make it stay out of the hood of a Toyota Corolla crossing the road.
Let's go get the other side and look at them together.
That is a giant. Hold it back up. Yeah, that's a huge buck. I thought I was going to have to point the second one out to you. I didn't want you to walk circles around it, but you found it.
I mean, the center of it's still bright, but the ends of it are darker, so I feel like it blends in pretty well. I didn't notice it until I saw the middle of it here.
Alright, let's keep going. That's probably the biggest set you'll pick up for a long time.
Who knows?
And that's a 170-inch buck there. So, let us see it. Yeah, that's a giant. Alright, come on, grab all your antlers.
It's hard to carry so many when I have such tiny hands.
Yeah, you're carrying a couple of mine, but I'm filming, so.
You gotta get creative when you have little girl hands.
Lauren's actually found quite a few today. I've pointed some of them out and let her get the experience of what they look like on the ground since she's new to shed hunting. But I was just able to locate one back out here about 300 yards down from where she just picked up that huge match set. And this one was a tough spot. So back out in this grass, I'm telling you guys, these transition areas are where you want to be when you're shed hunting. This one's been there a while. When I'm shed hunting big woods like this, I like to make sure that I'm checking any of the ditches or crossings where these bucks are going to change their gait and potentially knock one of the antlers loose. So I haven't found any today at creek crossings or ditches, but I make sure I go out of my way to walk deer trails down to where the bucks are crossing water or just breaking the terrain. So it's a good tip for anybody that's shed hunting. And Lauren and I go out in the evening usually, just so that we're not dealing with shadows and super bright sun. That'll help a little bit too. The squirrels definitely got to this one, but we'll take all of them. It's gonna be a stud. Look at that deer. Nice 2-year-old, relatively fresh. Let's keep poking down this deer trail. Check this one out, guys. That looks like a Virginia buck. I've seen some of these on trucks and dog boxes back home, riding them around. And it was right there in that bed right here. And no freaking way. Dude, are you kidding me? Did I just match that up? Just looked down at that bed, was like, wait a second, matched him up. Nobody's beating that. Come on, guys. Have you ever found a smaller match set? What do you think about those? That's your rattling antlers for next year.
Well, I would say that's a pretty successful shed hunt. I would have to say the highlight is finding the antlers to the buck Chase had passed in October. Hopefully he's gonna make it through the season and into the upcoming fall, so that way we can hunt him a little bit. Maybe Chase will let me hunt him too. I think that'd be really cool. We'll see. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and even drop a comment.